So this client's been hurt for a number of years. You were in a bad military accident, right?
Yeah, in Iraq in '05.
What happened? You
Got hit by an IED. I flipped the Humvee end over end. It rolled for quite a while, engulfed in flames, landed on the roof. They pulled us out, and then at that point, the bulletproof vest had slammed into my back and broke both of my shoulder blades, causing a bilateral scapula fracture. From that moment, I had to try and rehab the shoulder, and I could never rehab it properly. There was always something disconnected or missing that, still made it roll forward.
How many years ago?
That was back in '05, so here we are in '25.
And you've had no relief, right? Nothing?
No, I've always had an issue with it. I've done PT, all of the other types of therapies and treatments, whether it be needles or acupuncture or Arasti or different muscle physiotherapy, release techniques, all kinds of different things over the years.
And so now we've done this one exercise with you, and you got the most major relief in the last week or two from it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of relief from this exercise and one of the other ones that you dialed in that you have been talking about in one of your previous videos.
So we're going to show you, we've already showed in other videos, but we're just going to, this is the main one that's really teaching his shoulder how to depress down and start rotating back properly. Okay, he's got wing and scapula on both sides, so that also causes the issue, making that fracture even worse. So we need to fix this wing and scapula in order to fix his shoulder. So let's show.
Yeah, and also the atrophy plays a big part in it too, just being able to re-engage
exactly
that area.
Right.
Takes a lot of the pain off of the muscles that run in between the scapula and the back. That's where I was having a lot of like the tension, and now that's starting to go away too. So super hard.
So with this technique, look at how far, I want you to look at how far forward his shoulder is, okay? And he's keeping his chest lifted, but look at his shoulder. You barely see, if we move over here a little bit, babe. If we look here, his shoulder is basically almost in line with the front of his chest, okay? And that's where he can actually fully depress down. What was the mistake you were making?
Before I had the shoulder rolled all the way back and I was pulling back.
And now push down. It's very hard for him to depress, and what happens? You start feeling it.
Yeah, feeling it in there, mostly right in here.
He starts feeling it right in the back of the rhomboid, scapula. Yeah. So go ahead, put it into the right zone. So this is where he starts. And everyone's like, well, how am I going to get it to roll back? First, we got to get it to depress. Go ahead. And as it starts depressing, as long as he keeps his chest slightly lifted here, it's going to start transferring back on this plane over the next couple months. It's going to move like a 1/4 inch every month. If he rolls back, go ahead, roll back. No, just roll back from there. Just roll. Do you see how it starts lifting up this way? And now all we're doing is getting rhomboid trap, and you get nothing. Go ahead, back to the original. So he rolls back, go ahead, roll back. It starts lifting this way. Now push down. So he starts there. Again, it's going to move over time this way as long as he keeps his chest lifted. If he lets everything slouch, go ahead. And now push down. It's just going to go straight down. But if he keeps his chest lifted a little bit and keeps his shoulder forward, and look at this elbow too. It's almost at 45 degrees in front. And all we're trying to do is work this teres right here. Teres minor, teres major, but you're really going to see and feel here. This is where the atrophy is. There's no development there. Okay, take a rest break. Let's go. I'll just show this real quick. So, again, he's here. What's going to happen is over time is, once he learns where to depress at, he keeps his chest lifted. Look I'm not rolling back, I'm just pushing down. Look where it's sliding. It's sliding on that 45-degree groove that way. It's not going like this. So this is the thing, and I'm going to really update the app as well, is that understanding where to position this shoulder. If you're not feeling it in this spot, you start feeling it through upper trap, levator, you don't feel it in the spot, or you feel it like here, and you're not feeling it there. It's because your shoulder is too rolled back. You have to learn to roll forward and stay there. And a nice way to look at this is chest line. you could start just seeing a little tiny piece of your chest right here, and then eventually it'll start moving this way, and then you start seeing more of your chest, and then it starts moving on that angle. Put the lip, yeah. So you're just going to turn his body 45, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take this pointer finger here, this knuckle, and we're going to line it up with his belt line. He's going to move on the top of his belt line here. So here and here. And the arms is going to be slightly bent. This is flat to the floor. And the main thing we're doing is don't move my finger. Go ahead, up and down. Freeze at the top and know that you control this. That's about his max. Go ahead, up and down. Right there. Good. So he's moving on an angle, the same angle as his waistline. See how his belt line's at an angle? That's where he's moving with this on. He's not going straight up and down. He's moving on that angle. And as he fatigues, it's going to get harder for him to keep this. He's going to want to use more and more of his trap, like right now. Good. Yep. Look at how his trap now is starting to lift. So now he's just got to stay lower and down. Go ahead. Don't come so high. Bam. Now he's not using his trap. So he just had to stay low. There it is. And you feel it's creaming it. Don't let that move. Boom. Freeze at the top. Know that you're in control. There it is. That's his true range there where he can actually stay in control. And then as this builds and grows, if we look over top, look at, there's no muscle development whatsoever in his rear delt. There is no pop, nothing. So we're trying to get this. You're also going to feel some of the infraspinatus because it's in horizontal abduction, but that's good. Okay, rest.